Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the schizo side of YouTube, where I will be exposing what I theorize to be a brand new conspiracy theory that you will never hear, at least not done well. Today, I will be presenting you every single shred of evidence that I believe that the America First movement was and always has been controlled opposition, a honeypot. Now, to take it away, let's get into the first part of this theory, the Milo connection.
15-year-old girl at any point in your life, however old you were, you've never seen a 15-year-old girl you thought was hot?
Yeah, when I was 15.
No, when you were 25. when you were 25, when you were 30, you will have seen girls about 15 you thought were hot.
No,
of course
I thought they were
you
little
did.
kids.
No, you didn't.
I thought, damn,
Don't talk
she's
bullshit.
gonna be hot, but I didn't.
Bullshit. Like
Not bullshit at all.
Look,
You can't tell me what I was born into.
I think if you're 14...
Born like this.
You were born this way. You were born a dreary nitpicker.
No, you're trying to make it so I'm a fucking creeper like you. No, I'm not into 14-year-olds. How dare you, sir? No.
I'm not into 14-year-olds.
Now, while it might feel like a low blow to Milo, I feel like that this is a very necessary thing to include into this entire thing, because the thing is that this is to show his character. This is a character of a man that would say something like that. And while you could say, yeah, it was joking, or I took it out of context, I mean, I advise you guys go and watch the clips for yourself. It's very bad because he's genuinely covering the names of people who did bad things. And that's just kind of how it is. Now, this is simply just to draw that connection in your mind that, hey, maybe this guy is not exactly the best person. Maybe this guy is not above manipulating people. Now, in this next clip here, we'll be showing you how proficient he is at manipulating people.
I have an external hard drive. I'll show it to you now. This is called the Vault. This is the Vault. This has shit on everyone you have ever heard of. Video, pictures, emails, audio, text messages, phone calls. Anything you would ever really want to know about every public figure I have ever encountered. Most of the conversations I've had with people when I've been in a single-party consent state. Recorded, archived. I have shit on everyone. And I'm now in a position in my career where I'm perfectly happy to start dropping it all. So I have a lot of crap on Richard Spencer and everybody else. And well, maybe there is a reason to sign up for Telegram after all. So watch this space.
Hey, let's give a great big huge round of applause and welcome Milo!
I've been on a college tour recently, some of you might have seen, trying to, you know what, I don't need this. Well, whatever the left might have done for us in the past, it now works actively against our interests. It is my responsibility as a gay guy in public life to push the limits of what can be thought and said. It's my responsibility to test what I can get away with, to be transgressive, to be naughty, to be mischievous. And today in America, that means being right-wing. Isn't it remarkable that in just 20 years, punk, the spirit of dissidence in this country, has gone from being a far-left activist to wearing a MAGA hat? That's right. You want to be an insurgent these days, you've got to be a conservative.
And be a conservative he did. He decided to help these guys found a movement back in 2016, which eventually helped storm the Capitol. Now, you might be asking about that Vault thing that I showed you earlier, and I'm going to showcase a little bit of what the Vault is capable of.
F. Williams says, court documents prove you're lying, Milo. Did you want to answer that? I don't know. He didn't cite a specific...
I'm happy to.
Go ahead.
No, I know what he's talking about. So it's not a crime to lie to the ADL. And I said whatever was necessary to secure meetings with the ADL's high-priced lawyers who have offices in the Empire State Building. It doesn't get any more glamorous than that. I said whatever was necessary to get in a room with those guys because I...
Now, why is the founder of a anti-Semitic movement trying to secure, meetings with the ADL? Don't you guys think that that's a little counterproductive? That seems like some double agent shit. And also, something I like to add here is that, I wonder why it is he wants to talk to the ADL. Is it maybe because of your best friends are like Kanye Nick Fuentes, Baked Alaska. Baked Alaska even got in trouble for tearing down a Hanukkah poster at one point. Did you know that? I mean, to me, it seems like maybe Milo should be the one in maybe prison for, you know, all this hate speech and all this. Because, I mean, everyone he associates with all these movements that he helps with, they're all hate groups.
I wanted to figure out what they had and what they were about, whether they were interested in me for some spurious, illegitimate reason, and whether, and as a secondary thing, I admit, whether I was able to help them make Richard Spencer's life a living hell. So it's what you've seen in the attachments to those filings is emails I sent them in which I said basically anything in order to get in a room with them, which I successfully did, for which I make no apologies whatsoever.
Milo's vault is actually mentioned in a motion on behalf of the plaintiffs within Sines versus Kessler. These documents reveal that Milo has been helping the plaintiffs in Sines versus Kessler. He's been supplying them with information, recordings, videos, all sorts. No, this is Milo providing what's been described as highly relevant material to the plaintiff's claims. But there is a twist in the tale, and that is that whilst Milo initially claimed he was going to comply with Sines versus Kessler, he has apparently sold the information to a higher bidder, and that higher bidder is the FBI. These are Milo's own words, writing to the plaintiff's counsel at Sines versus Kessler. These are Milo's own words. He says, "Hi, Michael, thanks for the update. So far, I've spent $3,500 on travel and associated expenses to review materials on your behalf. But many questions remain about the FBI's desire to acquire them exclusively. I am meeting with my contacts at the Bureau next week in person and will be in a better position to answer you after that. As I'm sure you will understand, I've been obliged to prioritize federal law enforcement over your civil action." And then later, Milo does confirm that under the advice of the FBI, who's now handling him, he will only be providing information to federal investigators.
It's funny because you know damn well that someone's going to be watching this like, oh, he's not a Fed. He only works at the Feds, you know? Also, something funny to add here is why is it that these white nationalist groups, why are they founded by like the most diverse group of people where all three of them are gay? You're looking at like Baked Alaska. You know, this guy's from Alaska. You know, his name's Tim. Really bad guy. Goes around committing literal hate crimes. And then we have some gay British guy who, you know, defends predators. And then we're looking at some Mexican kid straight out of high school. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just weird. I mean, all three of them are gay. It's like, why is it that every single time there's some really bad hate group, it's always founded by like this really diverse group of people? It just doesn't make sense to me. To me, it seems like it's just a way to frame any pro-American groups that are political as being racist, you know, so that way if you share the same ideals or beliefs as, say, Nick Fuentes does on, say, anything like Israel or anything like that, it's there to discredit you, to make you look like Nick Fuentes, you know, and that's just how it is. That's how controlled opposition works, you know. And the thing is the only way to improve as a country or as a nation is we need to call this out. You know, we can't just have these fake actors going around just doing whatever they want. It isn't going to benefit society in any way. This is how you move forward. This is how you prevent progress. Now, a lot of us might be questioning, what could possibly drive you to release this video now? All this evidence is years old, and you aren't going to like the answer. The answer is I use Instagram. And the thing is this fucking kid showed up one time on my feed, and I simply commented, that kid's a Fed. And thanks to that, it gave the engagement, which means now Instagram constantly fucking sits there and they keep recommending it to me. And it's starting to piss me off. Now, it's bizarre to me that Milo even has a career after everything that he's done at all. It's crazy that the media keeps giving him a chance, and I think that it's obvious why they give him the opportunity. And it's because he hides behind his identity. He uses it as a way to garner sympathy for what he's done and who he is as a person. Another guy who's just like that is my boy Tim over here, a little Baked Alaska. Now let's get into why he is a Fed.
We got a Trump supporters here.
You got 2 Trump supporters. Let's go. 6 million Trump supporters.
Baked Alaska put this out, this email here,
which reads, Mr. Giannette, thank you for taking my call. So he spoke to the feds. As mentioned, we're hoping to speak with you. We're currently in Queen Creek and can meet you in the area. If you need to verify, you can call me at the Phoenix FBI office. Thank you. He then says, talk to my lawyer. I do not wish to speak. Thank you. That's on January 5th, 2021. Okay? One day before January 6th. Why is he talking on the phone to the feds? I don't know. I don't know. The feds didn't try to call me. They didn't email me. They apparently reached out to Milo. They reached out to Baked Alaska. And Augie tweeted out, so why is the FBI contacting streamers a day before January 6th? I said, because he works for them. Why didn't he post these emails years ago? And that's a real question. At this point, it is years. It's been 2 years since January 6th.
Anyways, I don't really want to waste a lot of time on Baked Alaska, so I'm only going to share one last clip, and that'll be him. I don't even know if I really want to even show the January 6th footage, honestly, for it. I'm going to get into Nick Fuentes, because that's the guy you guys are all here for. You're not here for all these little B-list celebrity losers, you know. You guys are here for the meat and potatoes, you know what I mean? This is a fun fact for you guys. Did you know that when Nick Fuentes was under subpoena by the feds, he wanted people to ID to go to his rallies? Why would Nick Fuentes want your ID? I mean, do you think that maybe he's going to go ahead and just make like a nice little collage out of it? Or do you think it's going to go sit in a government database waiting for you to be blackmailed? I wonder which one it is. Also, fair warning, I'm not a groiper. I just find these people insufferably stupid. So I want them to kind of see this and realize that the government weaponizes your own talking points against normal citizens. And your points are so bad that the feds want you to speak as much as humanly possible.
Everyone knows January 6th. Guess who was there?
We're moving towards the Capitol. It appears we are taking the Capitol. Keep marching and don't relax. Never relax. Break down the barriers and disregard the police.
I'm sorry, is that Nick Fuentes telling a crowd full of people who all ended up getting arrested and convicted that they need to break down the barriers and ignore the police and storm the Capitol? That's Nicholas Fuentes telling people to do that, right?
You live in fear of the American betraying over and over again.
It's very bizarre because nobody plays this clip. Nobody plays this clip. The mainstream media doesn't play this clip. And he encouraged all of his supporters to be there on that day.
As of now, we've identified at least 17 groypers who were arrested in the wake of January 6th. Nick encouraged these people to breach the...
Oh, let's read this. Yeah, I remember these. It's regrettable they've been caught by the DOJ dragnet for Jan 6, but I am not, nor do I wish to be associated with these losers. Nick, do you mean the losers you literally told to go commit crimes? Nick Fuentes? Are you talking about the group of people that you told to go storm the Capitol? They're losers now because they got caught? So Nick Fuentes tells them, go storm the Capitols and ignore the police. Break in. Storm it. They should live in fear. That's what he said. And then he sends Baked Alaska in to film it all. So they all get caught on tape. Oof.
Also, there's no record of Nick Fuentes using any of his America First Foundation money to actually bail out or help support the legal fees of any of the groypers that he actively got into that sticky situation.
Anyways, as Kanye West, Milo Yiannopoulos, and all these guys are so interconnected, you might ask yourself, one thing is who was Kanye's right-hand man for a little bit before he went missing? And that was this guy named Ali. Let's go into that a little bit.
Ye put the director on the phone with what the director could only assume was a handler who was recording the phone call with him and using all kinds of legalese to intimidate the director. Oddly enough, this is the guy, a guy who brags about founding the Stop the Steal movement, which led to the January 6th protests. This was sent out before Ye called the director. He never acknowledged that he made this tweet on the phone, but we're going to go through it point by point real quick. This isn't just a camera guy. This is someone who designed editing suites and LED walls and made content for Ye in the 2 months leading up to his disappearance. They were talking about opening up a movie studio together because Ye liked working with him that much.
For space. And here's the thing. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Okay, I don't really know. And I don't think that was the case because Ali also got banned at the same time. You know, me and Ali both got banned. And Ali has had his account for a couple weeks. So I don't know what that's all about. I don't know if that was done manually. I don't know if that's because we both worked for Ye. I don't know what that's all about. But we both got banned at the same time. So maybe it has something to do with it, maybe not. But
Rapper and record producer Kanye West alleges in a bombshell legal letter that his dentist got him hooked on nitrous oxide, laughing gas, and he plans to sue for all the damage this seemingly caused him. It is a wild new set of allegations, and we will analyze all the claims and ask, if true, does this explain the recent controversial moments from the music artist? Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law.
Now, after you watch this, you're going to be questioning one thing, which is, why is it that it's so important that a movement like this has to be anti-Semitic, and why does it need to be so controversial? Why do all the people need to be such bad people? And it simply boils down to the name of the movement. It's America First. They want to frame any kind of movements that say that Americans should come first as wrong and immoral. That is the goal. That is the end game. That is the reason why we have Predator defenders and Kanye fucking West saying crazy shit, probably high off of his mind on laughing gas. Like, this guy's doing whippets, for God's sakes, you know? That's insane, man. But point being is that for obviously the corporate elites, it's easier to blame a couple of immigrants for all the downfall of America rather than constant 24/7 corporate slavery where they refuse to increase our wages and they instead want to blame it on a couple of Mexicans. Is that really the way to go? Is that how you fix America? I mean, the harsh reality is the reason why things are shit is because of as production used to go up back in the day, so did wages. They used to coincide, but no longer does it work in that fashion. What it is it's the corporate elites taking advantage of the U.S. and it's other countries taking advantage of the U.S. And the only people that'll even make those talking points are honeypots making those points. You see what I mean?